want to demonstrate how to do an air brake check on a commercial vehicle. So the rules for the air brake check are different than what the old rules used to be. There were 7 steps and now they merged everything down into 4. You have your air gauge and governor cutoff check, that's 1. You have your air leakage rate test, that's 2. 3 is your air warning device test, that's 3. And 4 would be your emergency brake test. So test 1 would be the first one. Obviously you would do is you want to make sure the air gauge works, and you want to make sure the governor cutoff check is in the range of 120 to 140 psi. So the first thing you want to do is chock your wheels, put your safety belt on, let it swipe. You also want to identify your push-pull valves here. So this is for your tractor, this is for your trailer. Okay, so now what you want to do is fire it up, and we want to make sure our air gauge works. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to fan it down a little bit, and you have to let them know where your cutout cuts off at on your specific truck or whatever the manufacturer specifies. But 120 or 140 is the rule, is what they're looking for. So you don't want to over rev it, but 10 to 1500 is okay. Accidental over rev like I just did right there, they're not going to kill you on it. All right, you wait for the sneeze. So it cut out at 140. So step 1 is done. You want to shut it off. Make sure you turn the power back on. Now you want to do your air leakage rate test. And then from here, you want to push these 2 buttons in, tractor and trailer. We're going to stabilize. And then your air gauges will go down. And then you want to give it a nice, good pedal application. Press and hold. And since this is a trailer, it's no more than 4 psi in 1 minute. And you have to pretty much talk to the examiner the entire time. So you want key on, engine off. You want to put your foot on the brake pedal, press and hold, and then you want to pretty much tell the examiner, you know, you're going to set your timer on either your phone or your watch, and you want to let them know it's going to be 4 psi for 1 minute. So you're going to set your timer for 1 minute, and then hopefully it doesn't drop more than 4 psi. So from here, that would complete step 2. So step 3 is your warning buzzer. So now you would fan it down, and the low warning buzzer device should activate before air pressure drops below 55 psi. So let's do that. And it should be audible and visible, which it is. So that's good, that passed. So that did it right at 55 psi. So that passed that one. So now for the emergency test, you want to continue to fan it down, and both buttons should pop out between 20 to 45 psi. So both of these buttons that you pushed in earlier should pop out. So that's your tractor, that's your trailer. And then we're gonna fan it down. And both buttons should pop out. So that's good. So both buttons popped out. And that is how you perform an air brake check. And the next test after this would be your parking brake and tractor and trailer brake test. And I'll put that on a different video. All right, hopefully this was helpful. Thanks for watching.